There's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we can see it afar, for the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there, in the sweet by and by we shall meet on that beautiful shore, in the sweet by and by we shall meet on that beautiful shore. We shall sing on that beautiful shore the melodious songs of the blessed, and our spirits shall sorrow no more. Not a sigh for the blessing of rest, in the sweet by and by we shall meet.
Hi, Mr. Joseph, grade 8, 9 week, mathematics. I want to give you and I want to talk about approximation and estimations. For grade 8 and 9, approximation and estimation, this is the way you find even if you go in grade 10 week. Okay, but on this topic, we are going to start with the approximation before we come to estimation. Approximation talks about rounding off. So in rounding off, we have the rounding off of figures, also significant figures, the whole numbers, and also the decimal. These are the things that we mostly consider when we are dealing with the approximation. There are rules that you must follow. When you consider these rules, the first rule is rules for rounding off. The rules for rounding off, we have rounding off the rounding figures is greater than 5. If the rounding figure is greater than 5, what you are supposed to do is increase the next number by 1. Okay? You have to increase the next number by 1. Then, if the rounding off figure is less than 5, leave the next number by 1. Meaning that you can't round off. This means that if the rounding figure is 4, below 5, meaning if here the number is 3, just leave this number as a 3. But if this is 5, then this one it will increase to become 4. So that is the meaning of this rules of if the rounding figure is greater than 5, increase the number by 1. Then if the rounding figure is less than 5, leave the next figure by 1. This is what you are supposed to do. Then another rule under rounding off is if the rounding figure is exactly 5, the condition, the way it is if the rounding figure is exactly 5, leave the next figure if it is even. So you have to leave this next figure if it is even, like that. Secondly, increase the next figure by 1 if it is an odd number. We know even numbers. Even numbers, these are numbers that are divisible by 2 and itself. Numbers such as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. These are even numbers. Let's come to significant figures. Significant figures, these are numbers that are considered as zeros especially. Because in terms of using a zero, that's where now the problem mostly comes. Significant figures, all non-zeros are significant. Then what are you supposed to know is this. In a whole number, the last zero is not a significant. In a whole number. What is a whole number? A whole number is, for instance, you have a 300. Okay, 1, then we may have this. Let's say this is the 30,010. The 30,010, according to this, is saying in a whole number, the last zero is not a significant. This last zero is not a significant. Then you are going to cancel it like that. We clear? Fine. But the zero on the middle is a significant figure. This means that these zeros which are here on the middle of these 3 and 1, these are considered as significant figures. So when we will start doing examples here, do not get me confused when I'll give an example on this concept. Fine. Let us also look on the rules in a decimal and the significant figure. A decimal, we say, a zero between these numbers is a significant figure in a decimal number. Okay? A zero in between is a significant figure. Now, when we come to the last zero is also a significant figure in a decimal number. Given an example, you have 2.10010. In this case, you say a zero between is a significant figure. These zeros are called significant figure. Also, the last zero is also a significant figure. But what you have to know is this. The first zero is not a significant figure. In this case, the value will change on this concept. Let's say you have 0.023. What you are going to do in this case is saying the first zero is not a significant figure. Meaning for this one to be a decimal, you are going to move it as like this. Then the decimal will come here. Meaning this one now is not considered as a significant figure. These things, you are going to understand them in the following examples. I'll see you in an example. But remember, come at our tuition center, Grace Church, Mufulira, Copperbelt, Zambia. Grace Church is opposite Mano Primary School. Or just contact us with the number shown on the screen. It is 0961 98 0424 or 0971 50 806. And also, you can follow us also on TikTok at 1 Minute Managers. So 1 Minute Corporation. Or on the TikTok nickname shown down there, which is at 1 minute 114. I'll see you next. Well, just to finish on the rules of approximation under scientific notation, and also to look at estimation. The rules of scientific notation says a number in scientific notation or standard form is written as a times 10 to the power n. Now this n is an integer and a is an integer. That is to say, a is less or equal to a less or equal to 10. Then an estimation, to say when we are looking at estimations, we say to estimate means to find an approximate by rounding off a number. That is an estimation. Simple examples are coming soon. I'll see you later.